Welcome to True Crime and Wine with me, Erica, and Alexis, my friend.
That's me.
Who also is a fan of true crime. Very interested. Ooh, and that's Eliza.
I'll put her up.
Who just jumped into a cardboard box because she can. Eliza is back in her corner.
Parenthood, man. Just
Cat
kidding, I
parenthood.
hate kids.
So, for those of you who are going to watch this, I made sure not to fast forward through the explanation of the story because the last time I did that, I decided to fast forward through the reading of the backstory, and somebody commented and then deleted it, upset that I fast forwarded through the story because that was the whole reason why they were there in the first place.
I mean, there's like tons of podcasts they could have listened to.
I was like, but you chose mine, and I appreciate it. But you didn't have to be so mad about it.
But she was like, I enjoyed it.
She started out with, I really enjoyed this. However, next time, don't fast forward it. And I think that's why she deleted the comment, because she must have realized, like, if I enjoyed it, then why am I saying anything? But I heard you anyway. I saw your comment. If you're going to see this again, I read your comment. I understand. I will not fast forward this time. Just for you.
So proud of you.
But yes, welcome to this episode. This is our second episode. I don't even know how many more we're going to have, you guys. But it is what it is. So today's episode has actually been a long time coming. We discussed this like months ago.
Months ago.
Was it during quarantine?
Maybe. Or at the end of it?
Maybe at the end, because you were back already.
Yeah, like probably October, November.
Yeah.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's been so long.
It's been a while, yeah. So yeah, we talked about doing this because we just both enjoy. It was kind of like in the beginning of when I decided to do the business and to do the videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know who I want to do this with. It has to be Alexis, and we got to do some kind of video, whether it's a documentary or whatever. I wasn't sure yet. And now it turned into True Crime and Wine. We did the other episode. And now we got other people who also want to be on this show. They will eventually, but Alexis got first dibs.
As I should.
As she should.
You can always Zoom me and we can do it.
We will do that. Because we can.
Because we can. Because technology.
Can. Yes. We love Zoom. Okay. So yes, today's episode is about someone named Aileen. Is it Aileen or Aileen?
I don't know. My professor said Aileen, so I just went with that.
Okay. We'll give respect to her name, I guess.
Sure. Does she deserve it?
I mean, she's a human.
Barely.
Well, is she? Oh, but first, let's acknowledge the fact that we're drinking rosé today.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yay. And it's really good. So.
It's rosy.
It is rosy. Okay, so yes, we're talking about Aileen Carol Wournos.
Aileen.
Aileen. She's...
Come on, Aileen.
She's a character. Or she was a character, because she's no longer with us today.
R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. Indeed. So, okay. I guess we'll just give a brief
Are you going to talk about
overview.
her childhood or her crimes?
Because both are so interesting, you know? Both are so interesting.
So interesting.
Okay, so let's go with her background first, okay? Wournos was born as Aileen Carol Pittman.
Ew.
On February 29, 1956 in Rochester, Michigan. Her mother married one Leo Dale Pittman Her mom's name was Diane Pratt. When she was 15 years old. Her mother married at 15?
One of my aunts got married.
Yes.
When she was 15 and had a kid when she was 16.
Wow. There we go. That's crazy. Oh, wow. I love that.
Basically, she was a child.
Literally. So the person she married was a child molester who spent most of his life in and out of prison before being strangled in jail in 1969. When Pratt filed for divorce after less than 2 years of marriage, she was given custody of Wournos and her 1-year-old brother, Keith. Okay. So in 1960, the mom abandoned them, Wournos, Aileen and her brother, and then left them in the care of their maternal grandparents, so her mom's parents.
That was not a good move.
Not a good move. Mm-mm. So this started a series of things. Her grandfather molested her, and then she was later raped by one of his accomplices, resulting in her becoming pregnant and having his son.
That's gross. The kid was put up for adoption.
Yeah.
But
that sounds
have you got
terrible.
to the part about her also having sex with her brother?
Not yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's next.
Spoiler alert.
During her adolescence years, Wournos had several sex partners, including her brother. Ew. Gross.
They weren't just sex partners, Rika. She would have sex with them in exchange for something because she realized at a young age that she could use her body to get things. Sex work at very young.
Such a young age. That's crazy. So then, so she later grew up a petty criminal and prostitute and was arrested for, among other things, drunk driving, disorderly conduct, firing a .22 gun.
22 caliber?
22 caliber gun.
Also, we don't say prostitute, we say sex worker.
They put prostitute.
Rude.
But sex worker. A caliber 22 gun. That's how you say it, right?
22 caliber?
22 caliber. I always do that.
You're so
I
close.
always switch it around. From a vehicle. Okay. Assault, armed robbery, grand theft auto, and was also suspected of stealing a revolver with ammo. Dang. Eileen. So early.
She really likes those guns. She's
gosh.
like, yes.
I mean, yeah, anyway. In 1976, she hitchhiked to Florida, where she lived for the rest of her life. Makes sense.
I'm sorry.
Makes sense.
I'm sorry, Florida. Well, no, I'm not.
But, it just makes sense. I feel like Florida
attracts the crazies.
Yes. When you see, Florida man, Florida woman in the headlines,
you know it's going to be a good story, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what'd they do this time?
You have to read it. You have to. So, in 1986, she met Tyria Moore.
Yes.
Is that how you say it?
I think so.
A hotel maid at a Daytona gay bar, and later moved in with her, supporting them with earnings from her sex work instead of prostitution.
That is correct. But
okay, so that's her background.
She also was in prison before she moved here, or it might have been after she moved here, but before she met Tyra. That's her name.
Tyria. That's
how
they spell
her
it here.
girlfriend.
Her girlfriend. Miss
Her
Moore.
partner.
Miss Moore.
Yeah, her. Before she met her, she was in prison and she was very Christian and very I'm in here with all these lesbians and they're all going to hell. She was a lesbian. She was at least bisexual.
How does that work?
I don't know. She also married a dude and then it was annulled 2 days later. I don't remember what was up with that, but yeah. So I guess she was bi. I don't know.
I guess. Well, maybe. But she also had a terrible upbringing. Terrible. I mean, she was also, she was used as a sex worker, basically, as a child.
Yeah.
With her grandfather.
Also, she got kicked out of the house and lived in the woods for a while. Was that in there?
I mean, they didn't go into depth, but I guess that, in between her mom.
She just was like, guess I'll just live in the woods and sex work my way through it.
Like, that's crazy. That was in something else that I read, though. That she was basically living on her own, her and her brother.
Yeah.
Making it work, I guess.
All of these details I just remember from, like, my junior year of college project that I did.
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I right? I don't even know.
Yeah, like, I know for sure I did read about that, and I think I saw a documentary about it, too. But yeah, her life was insane. So, like, I guess in a way she had to defend herself.
Yeah, she had to do what she had to do. It's understandable, but
she went too far.
Later.
She went too far.
Just a little
bit. So, let's see. This section is murders, arrest, and execution.
Oh, the most exciting part.
The whole thing in one section. Okay, so on November 30th, 1989, Wournos committed her first murder and killed 6 more times over the course of a year.
Super chill.
Mad chill. No big deal.
I think she was only convicted for six of them instead of 7 because they couldn't find the body of one. But I could be wrong. Again, maybe they say something. I don't know.
Dang.
I'm just jumping in everywhere.
Maybe we'll see that. Let's see. She was arrested on January 9th, 1991 as a result of being seen with more inside victim Peter Seam's car, I guess. And her palm print was found on the interior. The palm print.
Not even the fingerprints.
That's crazy.
Y'all gotta wipe all the prints, not just the fingerprints. Come on now.
I'm like...
I mean, I guess they're, like, unique.
Yeah.
See, you don't have as many lines as I do, though.
You guys can't see it, but...
Palms. Look at your own.
You got prints on there, you guys. Just because it doesn't say, palm prints or whatever.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're all as unique as fingerprints.
Also, the investigators found some of the victims' possessions in various pawn shops with Wournos' fingerprints on them. More having been tracked down in Pennsylvania, this is the girlfriend, where she had been living with her sister, agreed to get a confession from her in exchange for immunity. Betrayal.
But then Aileen was like, yeah, I don't want her to go to jail. Just whatever you need to do. I got you.
But did the girl know?
So she claimed that Aileen had told her the first time she did it, and she was like, she didn't believe her. She was like, no, she didn't do, she's just crazy. She probably just stole it. She didn't kill anybody. Yeah. So I don't know.
She should have believed her. She should have believed her.
She shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Okay, during the trial, she claimed all of her victims were killed in self-defense when they tried to rape her. She later changed her confession, saying that only Richard Mallory, the first victim, had raped her, and that the others only began to start. She was sentenced to death for 6 of the murders, the exemption being her killing Peter Seams, as his body was never found.
Look at me remembering things.
That brain.
It works in mysterious ways.
Upon receiving the verdict from the jury, she said, "May your wife and children get raped." Right in the ass.
Then she had to go back the next day for sentencing. So she was like, it's fine. She might have should have waited, but it's
maybe.
Okay.
One more day.
It's fine.
On October 9th, 2002, so not even that long ago, Wournos was executed by means of lethal injection, aged 46. Her last words were...
My favorite part!
Listen to this, you guys. Her last words before being executed. "Yes, I would just like to say I am sailing with the Rock, and I'll be back. Like Independence Day with Jesus, June 6th. Like the movie, big mother ship and all, I'll be back. I'll be back."
Well, luckily she hasn't came back yet.
We've had multiple June 6th, and she has not come back.
Maybe she's waiting until next year, because won't that be 20 years? Y'all better watch out on June 6th.
Better watch out for Aileen.
And her last meal. She had an extravagant last meal.
This is what we need to talk about, you guys. This is the part right here. Go ahead. Explain.
She had a cup of black coffee. That's it.
A cup of black coffee. Now, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like, I love coffee. We all know this.
Naturally,
right?
yes.
Now, if I'm about to die, okay, if I'm gonna have coffee, if I'm gonna choose that, if I'm gonna choose to have energy before I die, I'm gonna put creamer in that coffee, or we're gonna make it into a latte of some kind. It's gonna be a special coffee.
It's gonna taste good. It's not gonna be a bitter cup of black coffee.
Right. Like, we're gonna have some flavor.
Right.
At least hazelnut black coffee.
Something. And like, food, preferably. She could have anything she wanted.
Literally anything. What did you say you would have?
Oh, Chinese food from my favorite Chinese place.
Chinese food. I would have lobster. Like a whole thing of lobster. Maybe even seafood in general. And then make sure you have the butter dip.
Absolutely.
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
You gotta have it. But black coffee, it's either like she just didn't care that much.
Yeah, she was just like, eh.
Like, I'm gonna die, so I can remember this moment. But like...
And it was probably like prison black coffee. Who wants that? Nobody.
Now, the other thing, do they do this with everybody who's gonna be killed in prison? They give them their last meal?
Mm-hmm. I mean, to my knowledge, they still do that. I would assume.
What? Even prisoners are getting better taken care of.
Okay, they get one meal right before they get a needle stuck in them, so like I wouldn't be too envious.
Like, you mean they get whatever they want?
I mean, I guess
they messed up, they kill somebody, they whatever, but you can have whatever you want.
Look, it's so the people that are killing them don't feel as bad about themselves.
Okay.
It makes sense, I guess.
That makes sense. I understand.
But now I want to know the answer to Naomi's question. Like, do the people that are there, that are part of the execution, do they have therapy?
Is that all we needed to read for about Aileen Wournos in here? I don't want to leave the page. But yeah.
Probably. She was not well. She's not well at all.
She was scary, man. But yeah, we do need to find the answer to that, because I want to know. But, like, let's see.
Oh, her first
Occupation?
victim?
Occupation?
Oh, what is it?
Sex worker.
Valid choice.
Like,
Look, honestly, you gotta do what you gotta do, though.
She
Like, I
didn't do
get
anything
it.
else? Nothing else ever?
I guess not. Look, she found out what worked for her. She did it.
That's true. She did start young. So it makes sense. Makes sense. And she died young. Like, what's that, 46?
Younger than my mom.
That's so
Don't tell her
young.
I said that.
She might watch this.
She probably will, but it's okay. Sorry, Mom.
We love you.
You're a spry 29.
We love you. Aliases. Apparently she had aliases.
Did she?
Apparently.
This wasn't in my
read
paper.
that. So her name is Aileen Carol Pittman. That's her birth name. Okay. Her name, as we know her, is Aileen Carol Wournos. The other one is the Florida Highway Killer. She also has Susan Lynn Blahovec. There's also another one, Lee Blahovec.
What?
Sandra Kretz.
If she's choosing her own names, you would think she would pick one that people can pronounce.
You would think.
Just
You would think.
Her name is already hard enough.
This is too much. Cami Marsh Green. And then Lori Christine Grody.
Ew.
Grody. I feel like people use that word grody when something is gross.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
Or they used to.
They're like,
I think
oh,
that was
that's
like
grody.
when I was in high school thing.
Right? I'm like, I've heard this used a different way.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
That was
really
crazy.
needs to find some new names. Well, she's dead.
She's dead. She can't anymore. So she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different names.
Super chill. I wonder where she's buried.
Maybe this will tell us.
I'm just like, ooh.
Let's see. But number of victims: 7 killed, 2 assaulted, 1 victimless robbery, and more than 1 unspecified crimes.
What?
Unspecified.
What does that mean?
Right, like, so did she do it? Criminal charges: 6 counts of murder, 1 count of DUI, 1 count of a disorderly conduct, 2 counts of assault, 1 count of disturbing the peace, 1 count of armed robbery, 1 count of car theft, 1 count of resisting arrest, and 1 count of obstruction of justice.
Only 1 count?
Just 1. Just 1. Not more than 1, just 1.
Yeah, the rest of it she was like, here, I'll tell you everything, but that one, not having it.
Nah. Status: deceased. Executed by lethal injection.
Good night. She's taking a nap.
Let's
Because
see.
she'll be back.
Right. She'll be back. She's coming back on June 6th.
With The Rock.
Like with The Rock.
And
like
Jesus.
Independence Day. And Jesus.
Big mothership and all, man.
What?
I don't know if she's talking about like a rock or like The Rock.
Right.
Like, are we... Dwayne? Are we talking about Dwayne?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Or like, I don't know. And she's coming with Jesus? I don't think he's allowing that. He's not a fan.
Like you can't come back with Jesus. No.
Mm-mm.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
It's not how that goes.
I don't think she's with Jesus.
That's not in Revelation.
We didn't talk about the fact that she was adopted.
She was adopted? I forgot about this part.
Guys. So when she was in prison, there was this lady, and I think she said Jesus wanted her, or God wanted her to help Aileen with her situation.
Oh, yes.
So the only people who could visit her, though, was family. So she was like, I'm her mom now. I'm adopting her. So she adopted her just so she could get close to her. And then pretty sure Aileen stopped talking to her because she tried to like write a book or something and use her for publicity.
Makes sense.
But yeah, she was adopted in prison at like 40 something.
And she was like, yeah, she was mad old already. How is that even possible?
I don't know.
You can adopt people at the age of 40?
I wouldn't think so, but I don't know.
They were like, whatever.
They were like, look,
Do whatever.
we're tired. Just, you're fine.
But guys, listen to this quote.
Oh Lord, another one?
No, this is the first one we read. Ready, guys? I robbed them. And I killed them as cold as ice. And I would do it again. And I know I would kill another person because I've hated humans for a long time. Wournos.
Beautifully said.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Poetry.
Like, what? Well, that is pretty much it. I think.
Yeah, I think I had something to say, but then I forgot.
You
so
forgot? Ah, man.
It's fine. Probably wasn't important.
Maybe not.
It's fine.
It's fine. Well, thank you guys so much for watching True Crime and Wine. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys have any stories you want us to talk about, let us know.
Absolutely.
You never know. Maybe we'll do it.
If you send one in that I haven't heard, even better.
Exactly. We'll learn something new. So that'll be fun. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Maybe have some
magical
wine.
day.
Yeah. Have a magical day. Have some wine with that, maybe. I don't know.
Always.
Well, bye.